Callsign Wolf from Redneck Mayhem Airsoft, and I'm bringing you a review with another member of Redneck Mayhem, which is
Callsign Spartan and team leader of Redneck Mayhem Airsoft team.
So today we're bringing you a review that I kind of foretold and mentioned earlier when I did the review of the ICS Transform 4, when I mentioned that the reason I bought this was because of Spartan getting his G&P Wire Cutter, which is what we'll be looking at today. So if you want to bring that out.
This is the G&P Wire Cutter, made by, obviously, G&P. It's a multiple-purpose training weapon. It's a very, very fantastic gun. It's got an MOTS rail system, which you can't probably tell in the video, but this is much darker tan, more of a bronze than the actual gun itself.
Unlike the ICS, where it's more of a lighter bronze, this is a dark earth. That's a tan.
Yeah.
So this comes off as bronze. So this is dark in comparison to dark earth, whereas mine is like dark in comparison to tan.
Definitely. It definitely, because when the sun hits it, it adds like an extra two-tone to it, which, I don't know, I like that. Sometimes it seems a little odd when you look at it at first glance, but you'll get used to it. But the best part I like about this weapon is that the functionality of it is fantastic. I've had zero issues with it since I've gotten it. There's nothing I ever want to upgrade on it, at least not yet. Ever since I got the gun, it's been stock. And it's worked fantastic for me. I've had no issues with it. So I've had this gun for about almost a year now, because I got it last Christmas, I believe. Yep, last Christmas I bought it for myself. And I've used it probably every game since then.
Well, yeah, because you sold your other one to one of the Nickel City Rangers.
Yep, I sold them to the NCR, which is a good guy, Ryan Frankowski, a really good guy. And, yeah, fantastic gun. There's really not much to say about it. I mean, the thing I say, it's the Skull Frog version, so it's a Navy SEAL version, which is really cool. It's got
the
trademarks on there for the Navy SEAL on that side, and then again, right there. Then I also have the mags I bought for it, are also the G&P Steel Frogs. It's got the symbols and the little circles down there, which are also, the mags are fantastic. I bought, 5 or 6 pack for them. This gun didn't come with the Steel Frog one, but it came with the exact same mag, it's just not the Steel Frog. But these mags feed great, fit great, work perfectly.
Well, by fit great, they're actually quite tight, which I find is kind of bizarre, considering that they're a G&P product as well.
Well, the reason they fit tight, I mean, they got a hardened polymer coating on them, so it makes them a little thicker. Then they add these the prongs there.
Yeah, the ribs.
The extra ribs for extra comfort and extra fit. So that way, when you go to do a mag dump or something, you don't reload, you don't lose your mag, because sometimes you'll hit the thing and the mag will fall out. That kind of stops that. But it is real tight. This is a newer mag, so it still fits a little tight.
Kind of a comparison with the PTS EPM mag. And I'm fairly sure this doesn't fit in a 416.
I'm not sure. I never tried it.
We're going to find out. And
see how it wobbles in there? That's real loose.
Oh, no, I'm not even going to attempt that. That's way too tight.
Yeah, it's too loose. Mine fits in snug. No wobble at all. And with it both being G&P products, it works fantastic. And then also in the gun, I got a 7.4 G&P.
Watch the barrel.
And G&P Deans.
They are all wired to Deans, which is kind of a con if you're going from cheaper guns to high quality. This came in at what, $450? I want to say
it says it's like $440 something out the box. When I first got it, I shot with .25s. I shot $420. Mm-hmm. It's great range. Everything over time, it's now gone down. It shoots around $390, $400 now. So just from wear and tear.
Well, that's probably from different chronos.
That as well, yeah. Different chronographs. I've had it tested at different FPSs. When we went up to River City, it tested at 400. I've had tested the Battlegrounds, it tested at 415, 420. Then when I had it tested the Warzone, it's at 380. Mm-hmm. So it always flip-flops. I don't know if it's the chronos or it's just maybe the battery life was different or
no, I was actually referring to price point in that, but since you covered the FPS, what was the price point on the rifle?
This gun, I believe it's... What is it? It's $360 on evike.com.
Is it $360?
It's something like that.
If it's not $360, there'll be an annotation. Could have swore it was like the $450 range.
No. Only $300 range. But I got it on sale for $289 for the Christmas sale. Because all the some of the G&P weapons went on sale, and I ended up getting this.
Now, I will say build quality on this, I feel, is better than the ICS transform for. The metal feels a little bit more heavy duty, and the rail system is, just due to the MOTS system of it, is way thinner than this, which I definitely thought of as a con when I got it, because I wanted something slim and compact like that, and I got this and it was rather bulky for key mod.
I think if you can't tell with the gun how narrow it is, it's a pretty narrow gun. The rail system's nice. My whole hand fits right around the entire rail system, which is really cool. And it feels great. It's real skinny. It's obviously an LVOA style with a key mod system on it. So it's got multiple different attachments. Unfortunately, you got to buy separate rail systems. Most of them don't come with them. This one didn't come with rails. It came with rail covers, but not rails.
See, this one came with 3.
Didn't really make much sense, but then again, rail covers for the bottom. Okay.
G&P makes a lot of key mod products, so they're probably kind of doing some sponsoring.
Yeah, they're trying to
make you spend more money, basically. Yeah. The sights are also stock. Those came with the gun.
Yeah, alright. Getting into the parts then, when it comes to the stock, everything that's stock, it's got a pressure button, flip-up sight, rear and front. I don't ever use them, so they're still tight, because I don't use iron sights. But they work great. And then I'm not sure what brand it is, it's old now, but my T1 Red Dot, that's the only thing I run. I used to have holographic sights, and it was always too low for me. I don't know why. I kind of keep my head up a little higher, and it feels better with a T1, more comfortable for me. Then I got this. I forgot what brand it was.
It's Trinity Force.
Yeah, Trinity Force.
It's $22 Siege Grip, I believe.
Something like that. I don't remember.
Well, I have it on mine because I just bought the PTS.
Oh, yeah.
Fortis Grip.
Yeah, actually, this is all a year old now. I haven't really reviewed much of it. I just used it. But yeah, I mean, this worked great. I like the way it's shaped, because I don't hold by it like this, ever. I always have my hand up more on it. So
more
I
of a hand stop style.
As a hand stop. I put both fingers here, one on the bottom, one toward the top, so I can always maneuver differently if I have to, which is nice. And because the rail system's so skinny, I have more handling and more control when I'm trying to go around corners.
More maneuverability.
Trying to take smaller movements. I have better maneuver. Pop those back down.
Yeah, put down that front sight. That shit's sharp.
Hey, watch yourself.
You're swinging the gun around.
Oh, you're sitting next to me and you make more room. These freaking things are hard because I don't ever use them. Oh. There it goes.
So you covered Dean's. It is ambidextrous. Keep in mind, the mag release is ambidextrous. It's on both sides.
Yeah, mag release is. It's got a tool.
It's not select. The selector isn't ambidextrous.
No.
Now, you did mention that this does not come with rails, but it does have a little bit of a rail built into the...
the built-in rail has a full top rail and has a built-in bottom rail for, I guess, a flashlight, pet box, or any kind of standard grip. I don't know why you have a grip that far up, but that's just what they had in the comments. Or
you want to be Chris Costa? Or Chris Costa? Let me demonstrate the Chris Costa.
No. Yeah, great gun overall. And the one thing I do like is got the ambidextrous, got the swing points.
The QD swing points.
Yep, QD swing points. It's ambidextrous as well, one side to the other.
As well
as fantastic, and then also up front on both sides. I only use a 1-point sling, so I keep it on the left side. And it only sits at one spot, so it works fine for me. But other than that, gun works great. High performance. It's got a nasty rate of fire, which is one thing I like about it. It's dead accurate. It has awesome stopping power, good range, and like I said, that rate of fire is nasty. With a 7.4, it's pretty good, and then with a 11.1, it's like a chainsaw. It is horrifying, but I love it.
If you do want to demonstrate rate of fire,
yeah, it's just single fire, and then full auto on a 7.4.
So even with a 7.4, it's still an insanely nice rate of fire.
Oh, it's horrifying. We went to put 11.1 in it. I went to an op sponsored by E-House and the Gun Gamers, which was a fantastic op. It was which one was it? Was it DZ01 up? Yep. It was the Division. It was the DZ01 up, which is a Division-based op back in back last year, right before winter.
It was at Hunters Creek.
Yeah, Hunters Creek Airsoft. Yeah. Which was a fantastic game. Loved every minute of it. And my battery ended up dying when I was there. And
someone let you use the lipo. That's right. Yeah.
So I found it was a bag that the kid lost. I found a bag full of lipos, and I gave it back to him. And he was like, "Hey," and then my battery was dying. And I found him again. And it was, dude, can I borrow one of your batteries? He goes, yeah, sure, you found them, here you go. And he gave me one of his batteries, 11.1, and this thing turned into a monster.
Shame we didn't have GoPros back then.
Yeah, didn't have them back then. There's that footage from him, brutal. I was just cutting through brush, literally just cutting through everything. It was horrifying, and I loved it. It sounded like a freaking chainsaw. It's such a fantastic gun. The build is fantastic. The working is fantastic. I haven't even taken this gun apart yet because I refuse to. Because I don't want to tweak or ruin anything if it was even possible.
You have changed out the
yeah. I have taken off. Yeah, I have taken off the rail system and changed the flash hider and stuff. Yeah, because that's something simple. It's only a couple of screws and it literally just slides right off. But I have not taken the gun itself apart because I have no reason to, and I'm not going to do it unless I absolutely have to. I haven't broken a single seal on these. All of these screws are still sealed. I haven't even cracked the seals yet because I don't want to. So this gun is still 100% solid, and it'll stay that way until it breaks.
You see what's nice about mine?
Yeah, breakdown system. I don't even know if mine does it or not.
No, it doesn't.
I have no idea. I haven't tried it.
G&P wire cutters use standard version 2 gearboxes, which G&P internals are legendary for being very high grade guns. And I can attest to that. You said you spent $360 for this?
I spent $289.
$280. Well, yeah,
because I got it on sale, but full price I think is around the $260 range or $360 range.
I would recommend this over the Transform 4 simply because the wearing issue I had. The only one downside is the fact that if you've been into Airsoft for quite a while, if you haven't made the switch already, you're going to have to change to Deans.
Yep.
Because you don't want to get a converter, it's extra battery space being used up, you'll have to extend the stock out.
That's probably the biggest fault with this gun, is the battery space, because it is a buffer tube battery, and it's a really tight fit, and I really don't like that. Because I feel unsafe trying to put the batteries in there. See, it's Dean.
Mini Deans.
Yeah, Mini Deans, which I like the most. Better connection than Tamiya, believe it or not. It gives better battery quality and battery life, too.
It's just not as common. On the more cheap,
the
cheaper guns, it's all Tamiya. So if you get into the sport and you haven't invested a lot, more than likely your gun's a Tamiya. And if you're going to want to get a G&P, you're going to have to keep in mind that it is Deans. So you'll have to make
all G&Ps are Deans now, or at least most of them are. And the best part about G&P is that they are fully licensed and fully funded by the United States military. These are no longer considered airsoft weapons because the United States military uses these for multi-purpose training. These are now training weapons, which is why it says multiple objective training system right on there.
Which stands for MOTS, which is the reason
MOTS.
the rail has MOTS on it. They have a whole series of MOTS guns, which they look pretty good. And if this is anything to go by on their performance, they're well worth the money.
Fantastic.
So, does that about wrap it up?
Pretty much. I mean, there's really not much to cover in the gun. I mean, I have it basically stock. I don't have any upgrades and all this stuff like you guys got.
Well, yeah, I got mine all customized.
Aesthetics.
It's aesthetics.
Aesthetics. Yeah, I just do simple. I'm not all about being all spec copy and being all gear whore. I just get what I need. This and this is all I needed, and it runs fantastic.
That's the word for it.
Alright, sure, I'm minimalist.
And you got a grip, you got a sight, you got what works.
Oh yeah, it's not bullback either. And you don't have to rack it, I just do it because I like it.
But, yeah.
That's it.
So, guys, this has been a review on the G&P Wire Cutter with callsign Wolf and callsign Spartan, and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully, the next review will be a post-game review of the CZ805 Bren. And past that, we're looking at probably a review of the VFC 416 with Nico and Wolf, and well, we don't got much else planned after that.
Thanks for watching. You have a good time, Airsoft.